Hey, welcome back to Juice Stuff. Thanks for still sticking around or joining me. As promised, I have got the man Brian McFadden with me, and we're here at More FM Studios in Auckland, and he's been doing the morning show. So how's that been going?
Yeah, it's just did one day so far. It's been fine. Yeah. Bit early though.
Yeah,
I hate getting up 5 o'clock in the morning. Grabs a bit much.
Actually, before we go anywhere, I want to welcome you back to the show.
Yes, thank you.
Everyone remembers you. This is my second time meeting Brian, and we're pretty much best mates now.
We kind of interviewed each other. Well, sorry, not interviewed each other. You interviewed me in the strangest places. Last time was in a weird hotel, dining area, kind of a library, strange place, and now we're here. Why can't you just do a proper interview like in a studio?
I don't know. I don't make the decisions. I just turn up and then we just talk to each other.
It's your show.
Next time I think I will. I think maybe a good idea is maybe the back of the Juice TV van.
But this show is your show. It's all about you. So you've got to now talk to the powers to be and put your foot down and say, hey, this is my show. This show will be nothing without me. And next time I interview Brian McFadden, I'd like proper surroundings.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian. See, he's got my back. There was a script with We Cry. Now those guys are actually your mates. We were just talking.
Yeah, Danny and Mark, good friends of mine for a long, long time. These boys have been working their hindies off for, well, it must be 10 years now. And they've, they were in the band together when they were 18, and then they started doing engineering for Babyface and people like that in America, doing remixes. They worked, and finally now they have their own record out. And I know it's 2008 and their first song is coming out, but I guarantee you by 2009 these guys will be the biggest band in the world. Right. They're incredible.
There you go. There's a statement from Brian McFadden, so write that one down. So what have you been up to since we talked last?
God, I've been all over Australia. I've been doing my football show. My album came out in Australia. Just been doing the usual. Yeah. Working hard, slaving.
How did that football show go?
Yeah, it was great. We had a lot of fun. Basically, travelled all around Australia looking for the new Harry Kewell, as they say in Australia, but I was actually more looking for the new kind of Roy Keane, Cristiano Ronaldo. And yeah, we found one. It was a great show, really, really great show, and had a lot of fun doing it. I got to play football all the time, and yeah, it was buzz.
Sweet. So I'm just going to say, is it fair to say now that you're in Australia quite a lot now, so they probably claimed you, that's your second home. They're probably going to say you're Irish, Brian, Irish-Australian Brian.
Yeah, no, they call me Australian now. They do say Australia's favourite son. I'm like, oh God,
I'm Irish.
I haven't even got citizenship yet, and I'm
look at the name of the first album.
Yeah,
Irish son.
So they're expecting the next one to be Australia's Daughter. That's going to be my next album.
Okay, so can we call you? We can just say this is your third home, New Zealand.
Well, I'd technically be a cousin. Then if I'm from Australia, I would sort of be an adopted cousin here. So
I could say New Zealand cousin.
Yeah, you know when you were a kid and your mum would say, "Oh, your cousin's coming up from the country," and you're like, "Oh, not that smelly bastard." And we're gonna have to share a room, and he stinks of BO, and he's got nits, and he's got holes in his socks. That's pretty much what I am.
Sweet. So Brian McFadden, the smelly cousin. All right, cool. Well, sounds pretty good. Did you get to catch the All Blacks game on the weekend? Because you're living in Australia now. Robbie Deans, of course, is a New Zealander who's the coach. So you must know a little bit about that.
Yeah, I didn't see the last game where you beat Australia, but I did see the one before that where you did get beaten. Yeah. So you've had a bit of a shaky couple of weeks. Yeah. It's getting better though.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch the first one because that upset me. All right, cool. We're going to do City of the Week, so you're going to help me give that away. Brian McFadden.
Okay,
Set in
it's
Stone.
not my album Set in Stone.
But you can't buy this one.
Yeah. This was actually album of the year, but we have to have an album of just the week. Yeah. So of the year, album of the week, The Living End, White Noise.
And
album of the year, album of the week, week. So
Sweet.
we give this to All That I'm Hearing From You is White Noise.
The question is, whereabouts are these guys from in the world? It's pretty easy. Mailbox at juicetv.com. Put The Living End in the subheading line, and that could be yours. And also remember to go out and buy album of the year, because that is the album of the year, Set in Stone.
They're actually on my label. I didn't even realise.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. White Noise.
Give them a call and say we've been promoting them here in New Zealand. Make sure you go out and buy album of the year, being well promoted by Brian McFadden. It's official as well. Official. They actually did like a poll on it.
It's certified.
That's true. It is.
Just by me, but it's still certified. Yeah.
And I wouldn't lie to you either. It's the album of the year. So.
It is album of the year. It's incredible.
Cool. Well, that was the Black Seas with Slingshot. Kiwi boys doing really well. We're going to go. I'm going to ask you now. I want to ask you, Brian McFadden, what is your favourite thing in the world about making music?
About making music? Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things you get a buzz off. I suppose it's like playing sport. It's like asking a rugby player, how does it feel to score a try? It's pretty unbelievable. Yeah. And it's the same for me. Making music is the same feeling as a sports star playing for his country, especially when you get to do it at this level and you get to travel around the world and play in some amazing countries and amazing venues and sing on TV and stuff. It's just my dream since I was a kid.
Yeah. And you get to like hang out with some pretty cool people.
Yeah. There you go.
What's your worst thing about making music? Do you have anything you hate?
There's no bad thing about actually making music. I think the worst part is probably doing the promotion for it. Like some days you gotta, especially they have a thing called phoner day, which is the worst. So for example, in Australia, I'll sit in my apartment in Sydney and I will get people will call my phone and I literally connect people to do phone interviews. And one day I did something like 34 interviews, and I started at like 8 o'clock in the morning and finished at 10 o'clock at night, and it was literally just interview 15 minutes, then the next one comes through, and I just sat on the phone talking, and that's painful.
Yeah.
And you do them kind of for every single you have to do one of them because you're speaking to all the regional stations and stuff.
Like it's pretty tedious.
It's a pain in the...
Oh well, sweet. We're going to go into a pretty big announcement now. A lot of people are going to be very happy with this. He's pregnant, but he's also got another announcement.
I'm performing the songs from the album of the year on my live and Twisted tour. I'm coming to New Zealand to tour, play gigs.
Coming to New Zealand and he's touring. So there you go, everyone. So you're going to go buy album of the year. You're going to listen to it.
Then ticket of the year.
And then ticket, yeah, for show of the year.
Ticket of the year for sure. Well, it might be show of the year. One of them will.
One of them will.
I can't promise which. I'm doing a show in Wellington and I'm doing a show in Auckland. I can't promise which one will be show of the year, but one of them will be show of the year. So pretty much wherever you are in New Zealand, you should probably go to both. Because you're guaranteed to get show of the year there. I can't promise both of them to be show of the year because it's going to be one show of the year. But go to both and you're guaranteed then.
So the basic outlook of that is you can go buy album of the year to get ticket of the year to go to one of the shows of the year with your favourite Irish cousin.
Yeah, and don't worry, next time I'm on the show I'll have a DVD recording of the show of the year from either one of the shows, whichever one ends up being the show of the year.
That's good. So can we expect maybe you can get your better half here to sing a few duets?
Nah, because that wouldn't be show of the year then.
Yeah.
She's going to put a bit of an edge on it then, Yeah. She'd probably steal a bit of thunder and then...
Yeah, you don't want that.
I don't like that. I don't like people overshadowing me, especially someone like her. She's too good a singer and I'd just be like, shh, quiet you. Yeah. People think I'm a good singer when I'm singing. When as soon as you sing, they realise, okay. Yeah. It's like when you go to see a C Division rugby game and they play pretty well. You're like, yeah, they're pretty good. Then next thing you watch the All Blacks, you're like, no, they were shit. Yeah. And it's a bit like that.
Yeah, you make some really good points.
I'm a philosopher.
You're actually teaching me a whole lot right now. It's not just TV. It's actually...
Well, I've got a book coming out soon. It's called Life for Dummies.
Yeah,
so I can explain life to people who don't understand it. Yeah. It's sort of like a beginner's book of philosophers. It's not a philosophers. That's a new word.